Give me a test.
Test.
Give me a test.
Test 1.
Test.
In order for good sportsmanship to prevail, coaches, student athletes, and responsibility.
And welcome into a Wednesday night edition of MVI Live here from Charleroi Area High School for a Section 4 3A matchup between the host Cougars and the visiting Beth Center Bulldogs. I am Mon Valley Independent Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron, joined by my broadcast colleague Naz Victoria here for this section matchup. Naz, we're getting towards the playoffs here, and these two teams tuning up for this open tournament that the Whipple's having this season.
Yes, they're both going to be playing next week here at Charleroi on Monday. Both teams will be here. Beth Center plays Apollo Ridge at I believe 6 p.m. and Charleroi plays. Where am I at?
They play
Charleroi
at 8
plays
p.m.
at 8. Yeah,
Yep.
no. Who do they play?
They play number 23 Steel Valley.
Oh, that's right. Oh, Steel Valley. Steel Valley has Mackay Valentine, who played in Summer League.
Right. So both of those teams going to be in action here Monday. We will take a little bit of a break here for the national anthem and the starting lineups, and then we will do a little pregame before this one gets started here at Charleroi.
Everyone, please rise for playing the national anthem. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Charleroi High School for our second game of our doubleheader, featuring the Beth Center Bulldogs versus your Charleroi Cougars. Starting lineup for the Beth Center Bulldogs: number 32, senior Cameron Palmer; number 22, senior Dejon Devers; number 31, senior Ryan Ross; number 0, junior Colby Coons; and number 1, junior Reuben Miller. The Bulldogs are coached by Mr. Bill Greco, Tony Molly, Melanie Greco, and Tom Katruska. And now for your starting lineup for your Charleroi Cougars. Number 5, senior Zach Usher. Number 24, sophomore Ben Shields. Number 33, junior Gavin Faze. Number 35, junior Jay Caruso. And number 44, junior Will Wagner. Charleroi is coached by Mr. Bill Wilkes and assisted by Mr. Ryan Incaper.
And there you have it, the starting lineups for tonight's matchup between Charleroi Cougars, who enter 10-5 overall, 7-3 in section play, and the Beth Center Bulldogs, who are 5-8 overall, 2-7 in section play. Beth Center enters having lost 6 of their last 7 games. They are coming off a 52-42 win over Waynesburg Central on Monday. Meanwhile, Charleroi, they've won 3 straight games after that non-section game that we covered, that we called last week against Fraser. So the Cougars are trending in the right direction going into the playoffs. Of course, the Cougars won the last meeting between these two teams 57-51 on January 19th. And these Cougars are, of course, the 10 seed going into the 3A playoffs. As we get underway, the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Beth Center.
Nope, they're rejumping.
Well, they're going to redo the jump ball.
Yeah, Beth Center's on a little bit of a slide. They've been missing their leading scorer, Easton McDaniel. He's out again for tonight.
3 ball by Ruben Miller is good.
Good way to start the game.
Early lead for the Bulldogs on Miller's 3. And as you mentioned, the loss of Easton McDaniel, he's been out for about a month with a hamstring injury. Questionable for the playoff game for Beth Center as Usher takes a jumper. That's no good. Rebounded. Ends up in the hands of Will Wagner near midcourt. Now Charleroi looking inside. Wagner, that one is good.
I would have to say, this being turnover there by Colby Coons, I would have to say this being Easton's senior year, that he'll be back for the playoff game on Monday.
Foul on Dejon Devers, his first. And not having him, and I know Cam Palmer's been in and out of the lineup all season as well, so obviously that's 2 talented seniors that you're missing from the lineup. As the first free throw by Zach Usher falls through.
Yeah, Charleroi, the last game we did here, it was unfortunate. Will Wagner had 4 fouls going into the fourth quarter, and I believe 30 seconds in he picked up his 5th, which really cost Charleroi big in that game.
Need Wagner to lead the way if they want to be successful.
Yeah. So they're playing pretty good.
A big win during that 3-game winning streak against Brentwood right after, a day after that loss to the Commodores. Kind of set the table for the nice 3-game winning streak that the Cougars are currently on.
I could see them winning their playoff game against Steel Valley on Monday.
Steel Valley, a team that we saw earlier this season against South Allegheny. 3 ball by Colby Coons is good. 2 early threes for the Bulldogs.
So you guys predicted some threes in this game, but I don't think you predicted them for the right team.
We did. We said that we thought this was one of those games where Charleroi would get pretty hot from beyond the arc, and I know that they've, I think one of their games during the 3-game winning streak is there's a jumper by Wagner. They hit 12 3-pointers, so good 3-point shooting team are the Cougars. There's another turnover by Beth Center. Usher going to convert on the other end.
Wow, that was really good body control to get that shot off even. Nice shot by Zach Usher there.
4 points apiece for Wagner and Usher. It's now an 8-6 Charleroi lead.
And they are certainly the 2 leaders for Charleroi's ball club.
Both have proven time and time again that they're capable of scoring in bunches, and Charleroi has been able to develop some other secondary scorers as well. Obviously, Jake Caruso, when he's hot, he's able to really impact a game. Ben Shields has played really, really well as of late, as has Gavin Faze. The Charleroi team could sneak up on some teams here in the postseason.
I really love the format that they're doing this year. It's going to give a lot of kids an opportunity, and you never know what happens, right, until you play the game.
3 ball by Miller's no good. Nice rebound there by Ryan Ross. Ross, a 6'1 senior who's coming off a nice game against Waynesburg Central on Monday. Nice play by Miller to go to the basket for 2. Now Charleroi looking to respond. A foul there.
Are they
They're going to count the basket.
Nice take by Jake Caruso there. Who did we get the foul on?
Looks like it's going to be on Dejon Devers.
Oh, that's his second. No, it can't be.
It said Caruso misses the free throw. Now fast break layup by Usher is good. (12-8) in favor of the Cougars. And a timeout called by Beth Center coach Billy Greco. Beth Center going to regroup here as they trail by 4 with 4:13 left in this first quarter.
So our producer, Chad Corrado, told me the chat is open now. The chat is open. If anybody wants to give some comments, talk to us, ask us questions, feel free.
If you have any baking recipes or any predictions for the playoffs, let us know.
You want the baking recipes, don't you?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I heard you got some cookies.
Why not? You know? This is the second game of a doubleheader. The Charleroi girls a 49-12 win over Bentworth in the first game. They took a 24-2 lead in the first quarter and never looked back. 12 points apiece from the freshman duo of Bella Corrado and McKenna Boots the Younger. Charleroi is going to head into the playoffs at Keystone Oaks on Wednesday. Charleroi looking to take advantage here once again, potentially make this a 6 or 7 point game. Usher for 3. That one is good. Get that counter, Chad.
That's one. He got one finger up. He has to use his fingers for this.
15-8. Charleroi.
Number five, Brady Tharp.
Tharp hits a 3. His first points of the game. A freshman that Beth Center has relied on to come off the bench.
If that's who,
Faye is doubled. Inside is Shields. Shields is able to convert and draws the foul. Of course, Billy Greco, the head coach of these Bulldogs, as Shields makes the free throw to complete the three-point play. Greco, the heart and soul of that Campy's Pizza Summer League team. Wouldn't you agree with that, Ness? No comment. There's a rebound by Thays. Now Charleroi will go the other way. Naz is smiling, means he agrees.
Bill and I, we've been best friends for 40
for Usher,
years.
no good.
So we work well together.
You guys have probably played quite a few games of one-on-one.
Quite a few.
How many of those?
I would say it's in the thousands.
How many of those? What's the percentage of wins for you guys against each other? There's another turnover.
Bill
by
Bill would have a much higher percentage. He was 2 grades ahead of me. He was a really good player, and he used to set the rules and beat my ass when we were young. But he graduated when I was in 10th grade, so I didn't get a lot of one-on-one with him until probably after I graduated.
Free ball, Jake Caruso, no good. Wagner with 2 rebounds. He's able to put that one back. (20-11) in favor of Charleroi. So Wagner now has 6 points for the Cougars. 9 points for Zach Usher within the first 4 minutes of that first quarter.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet. Three ball there from the corner by Ross. He gets his own rebound. Coons fakes the 3. Palmer able to get the bucket and the foul.
That was a nice pass. Foul on Shields, team second. His first. Got Brennan Shannon checking in.
Number 3, Brendan Shannon, in for Charleroi.
This is interesting. They went pretty small here. And Cam Palmer's pretty damn big.
Palmer misses the free throw. And they're going to call a
Lane violation.
lane violation here on
Will Wagner.
So Palmer will have a second chance to complete the three-point play.
And Wagner got the rebound again.
20-13 in favor of Charleroi after bucket there by Palmer.
Want to give a shout out to Rick Puskar. Rick's home watching the game. Told me he got his second vaccination today, so he's going to be ready to come on out and maybe get the chance to see a game before it's all said and done.
Good news. Palmer inside. He gets blocked by Wagner. And now Charleroi the other way. Wagner with speed, looking for a teammate, gets into the hands of Usher. Usher a floater. That one is good.
Big first quarter for Zach Usher. He looks good right now.
11 points for Usher. And now Charleroi goes the other way after another best center turnover. Shannon for 2, no good. Wagner the rebound, put back is good.
And he has 8.
We've said it time and time again, this Charleroi team goes as Will Wagner and Zach Usher go. And when they're able to get some scoring from another shooter, makes them even more dangerous.
Good hustle.
Hustle there by Faze. He tries to get into the hands of Shannon. It was tipped by Tharp, but goes off his hands and out of bounds. So Charleroi will take over possession. And a timeout called here.
Beth Center's second timeout. I think Coach Greco's a little upset with his team right now.
It's not the first time we've heard him yell like that. We'll take a second here to thank one of our wonderful sponsors of MVI Live. Very thankful for the support from Elite Physical Therapy. Although insurance does not always cover wellness and preventative care, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness offers very affordable wellness programs and packages to improve your body's overall wellness and performance. Their programs are top-notch in improving overall health. Charleroi with possession again, now in the hands of Jake Caruso. He gets it into the hands of Shannon. Shannon looks for Wagner, and now Wagner will look to continue the nice ball movement here for Charleroi. Usher feeds inside of Caruso. He gets the double team. Theus over to Wagner. Corner 3 is good.
That's 2. 11 points each for Wagner and Usher. Oh, that's not going back. Beth Center's just committing way too many turnovers. I can understand why Coach Greco's a little bit upset right now.
7 turnovers right now for the Bulldogs here in this first quarter.
Looks like Ruben Miller got hit in the back of the head. He's rubbing his head over there on the bench. And Dominic Revi came in the game for him.
Looks like Charleroi will hold for the final shot here. Usher feeds it into the corner. Caruso for 3. That one's no good. Rebounded by Tharp. Tharp looking for an open teammate. Gets it in the hands of Coons. Coons feeds it up. And the buzzer beater is no good by Dominic Revi. And after 1 quarter of play, Charleroi with a 14-point lead, 27-13. And 22 of those points have come from Will Wagner and Zach Usher as they each have 11 apiece.
What kind of run is Charleroi on right now? Because it seems like Beth Center's been stuck on 13 for a little while.
Yeah, right now Charleroi they scored the final 7 points of that first quarter. They were leading by 7 at 20-13, and then 7 unanswered points on a bucket by Zach Usher, and then 5 straight from Will Wagner. But yeah, Beth Center, aside from that Cam Palmer layup with 2:20 to go, before that was a 3-ball by Brody Tharp with 4 minutes to go. So some struggles there for the Bulldogs. They were only able to get 5 points in the last about 4.5 minutes.
Well, it's hard to get shots up when you're turning the ball over. So
Yeah.
they just got to take care of the ball, and maybe they get back in this game a little bit.
Charleroi with possession to open up the second quarter. Jake Caruso inside to Wagner. Wagner to the corner. Faze. He's going to take a 3. That one's good.
It's 3, right?
Yeah, thanks for 3.
First bucket of the night for Faze. Makes it 30-13 Charleroi. And there's a bucket there by Devers. I believe first bucket of the game for Devers as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
Devers with the putback.
That breaks, what, a 10-0 run? .22.
Foul there on Devers. He will exit, and as will
That's his third foul.
Cam Palmer. Ryan Ross and Ruben Miller will return. So on the court for Beth Center, you got Ross, Miller, you got Tharp, Revi. There's a turnover by Charleroi.
Yeah, not a good entry pass.
3-ball no good. Shannon battling for the loose ball,
That'll
and they call a jump ball.
Beth Center ball.
On the court for Beth Center is Ross, Coons, Miller, Revi, and Tharp. On the court for Charleroi, Will Wagner, Gavin Thays, Jake Caruso, Zach Usher, and Brennan Shannon.
Another turnover. Oh.
And
Nice.
Shannon, a nice job to hustle and get to the loose ball.
Right, instead of just letting it being over and back, he hustled. He got himself a layup out of it.
First bucket of the game for Shannon off the bench. 32-15 Charleroi. There's a 2-ball.
Colby Coons. Nice little pull up by Colby. Colby's done a couple nice things today. Nice entry pass earlier. Another turnover by Charleroi. Second of the quarter, huh?
After having none in the first quarter.
Well, if they could take control of the ball for the rest of the quarter and only have 2 for the half, that's going to be excellent.
Beth Center looking to respond off the hands of Revi and out of bounds. There's another turnover for the Bulldogs. Now 2 in this quarter, 9 in the game. It's proven costly for Beth Center as it's given Charleroi an opportunity to grow a lead that continues to get into that insurmountable reach.
That's Ross's first.
Thank you to the over 50 that are tuning in to this Wednesday night edition of MVI Live. Is not a ton of section games here tonight, one of a few. Jake Caruso 3-ball. That one's no good, off the front of the cage and into the hands of Ruben Miller. And now here come the Bulldogs the other way. Coons jumper is good.
Another nice pull up by Colby Coons.
Needed a bounce, but he gets it. Cut the deficit to 32-19 with 5:55 to go. 7 points here tonight for Colby Coons. And there's a turnover by Usher. Third turnover of the quarter for the Cougars. What would you say is the reason behind the sudden miscues here on the Charleroi.
I really can't tell you.
Part.
2 of them were from Zach. One was not a good entry pass from out of bounds. Jake Caruso's pass was the right thought.
Ross 3-ball is good. Here come the Bulldogs. 10-point game.
That pass right there was just a miscommunication, I think. Zach will get it back together.
7-0 run here now for Beth Center. They're clawing back in. Shot doesn't fall for Caruso. Beth Center the other way. Colby Coons inside to Palmer. Palmer is fouled by Shannon, and he will head to the free throw line.
That is awesome. The smallest guy on the floor tried to block the biggest guy on the floor.
Hey, not letting them have anything easy. Doesn't matter what the size differential
is. That's
is.
what I'm saying. I liked it. I mean, the kid's hustling. He got a layup out of his hustle. He went for that. Good hustle by him.
First one is good for Palmer. Palmer goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Makes it 32-24 as we reach the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. Charleroi looking to get their first bucket. They've been scoreless over the last 2 minutes. They're trying to get their first bucket in quite some time to end this drought. And an offensive foul on Gavin Thays.
Another turnover for him.
The ball goes right back to Beth Center.
So when you, what is that, the 4th?
Yes.
So when you have 4 turnovers in the quarter, that's what happens. You don't score.
Charleroi has had issues with that as Beth Center has calmed down on the turnover front. Only 2 in this quarter. There's number 3.
You spoke too soon.
We just haven't been good with that this year. We have addressed it.
Yes.
We apologize to those who
shoot free throws
and, don't usually commit turnovers until we say something.
What do we got now?
Usher gets fouled. It looks like they're going to be on Ruben Miller.
Yeah, they need to let them play a little bit. Fouls are starting to pile up. 6
A lot of, non-shooting fouls. Just
right.
Fouls with guys trying to gain positioning. Caruso feeds it into the corner to Usher. He gets it inside to Shields. Shields was double teamed, but he's going to get called for a travel. And a timeout here called by Bill Wiltz.
I think that's a good timeout. He needs to settle his team down, get him to quit committing all these turnovers.
And Charleroi pushed their lead up to 30-13 on a Gavin Thays three-pointer 16 seconds into this second quarter. But since then, it's been all Beth Center. Since that mark, they have gone on an 11-2 run to cut their deficit to 8, 32-24 with 4.5 to go.
Good job by Beth Center to get back in this game.
That's what happens when you start making good passes and start playing the right way and limiting those mistakes.
So who else is playing tonight?
We have a few. Jeremy covered Belle Vernon girls against Ligonier Valley. They got a win earlier today. A couple of non-section matchups on the boys' side as well. But this was one of only, I believe, 2 section games tonight. One of those games that, still means something. Obviously the section is kind of decided at this point in the playoffs this is one of those rare things where we're still playing regular season games after the brackets are announced. So
I found it
kind of strange.
I found a couple of things very interesting. So they called all those fouls, but they didn't call that.
And there's
one of the other things.
Charleroi unable to convert, and Wagner commits a foul, and I believe Beth Center's in the 1-and-1. They are not in the 1-and-1. Thought I heard someone say
it was an offensive foul, I guess. It should be 1-and-1. That's our 7th team foul.
They only have 6 on the scoreboard.
They're incorrect.
Almost another turnover on Beth Center, and Wagner is going to pick up another foul, his second
That's their 7th there.
in only a few seconds, and now Beth Center is in the 1-and-1.
So
Colby Coons will go to the free throw
I
line.
was starting to allude to some interesting things. So if you lose in the playoffs this year, he knocks his first down. If you lose in the playoffs, you could schedule a game until March 27th against another team that loses in the playoffs.
Yep.
But if you're still active in the playoffs, you can only play playoff games.
Very different season as Coons goes 2 for 2 from the line. He now has 9 points here tonight, and it is a 6-point game, 32-26. 13-2 run now for Beth Center over the last 3.5 minutes. Caruso inside to Shields, and that's going to be a foul on the floor. I believe it's on Ryan Ross. Shields will shoot as the Cougars are now in the 1-and-1. Shields' free throw falls.
He seems to be a pretty good free throw shooter.
Ben Shields has really, really emerged. We'll see what happens here with the second shot now.
Right. Hey, it didn't work. Good,
Wow.
good. I'm glad the jinx has been broken.
Ben, we're sorry to put you in that type of situation there at the line, but
He did it. He did it for
Shields
us.
ends a 3+ minute drought. So there's a bucket there by Ruben Miller.
Yep, Ruben Miller. Nice little drive.
Offensive board by Usher. Kicks it out to Shannon for 3. No good. Rebounded by Palmer. Beth Center going the other way. 34-28 Cougars lead. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in this first half. Airballed 3 by Miller. Wagner kicks it up to Usher. Usher going to go himself. He's going to convert inside for a bucket.
That's his first bucket of the second quarter.
13 points for Zach Usher tonight. We said it now as this team goes as Wagner and Usher go, and that's the first bucket in the second quarter from either of them. Wagner into the corner to Shannon. Wide open 3 for Caruso is good.
That gives him a double-digit lead again, up to 11, 39-28.
Now a 7-2 run for the Cougars, and that one is halted.
Yep, Palmer inside. They're going to call a foul, reach in. That's Miller's second, team 8th. That'll send Wagner to the line. Try to get his first point of the second quarter.
2:12 on the clock. The Charleroi leading 39-30. Makes the first.
I talked to Will Wagner before the game. Told him he has to be a little bit smarter when he gets into foul trouble. Just let it go. You got to do that. I mean, it's too important to be on the floor for his team to foul out of a game.
Right. 41-30 after Wagner makes both free throws, and now another turnover by Beth Center. Usher the other way. He lifts a floater, no good. Rebounded there by Caruso, and he is fouled, and he will head to the line.
That's his third as well. So they have 2 players with 3 fouls. Dejon Devers and Ryan Ross. So we got Jake Caruso at the line. This will be the last one of 1-and-1.
First one is good. Caruso, a kid who really getting his first taste of varsity experience this year, but has really grown over the last year on the basketball court, playing in the summer league, of course, like he has the last few years as he misses the second. Make it 42-30 in favor of Charleroi. Nice rebound by Coons, gets it over to Miller. Miller to the basket, he's fouled, and will go to the line. But Caruso's really come on here over the last year, obviously playing for a championship team at B Graphics under Tim Tyree over the summer months. Played a big role for the Charleroi team this season.
Yep. When he's hot, they're very hard to stop. He brings that element of the third player.
What they really need.
Right, exactly.
Of course, Caruso's brother Joey has played a big role on the Charleroi team in past years as Miller makes both at the line.
Gavin Thays has put up some nice games as well.
It seems like all these guys have really improved as the season has gone on.
I agree. You talked about Ben Shields earlier. He certainly has improved as the season's gone on. He's young. He's a sophomore. So when you get your first starting experience, especially, nice move.
Pass inside to Wagner for two.
Especially this year. I mean, it's just such a strange year.
44-32, Charleroi.
Walking.
Travel there by Beth Center. Now 6 turnovers here in the second quarter for Beth Center after when they were on that little run, they were taking care of the ball, but now again, mistakes have haunted this Beth Center team. Charleroi now at 44-32 as we approach the 1 minute mark here in the first half. Little out-of-town update. Halftime, Thomas Jefferson leads South Fayette 28-21 in a non-section game.
They looked pretty good last night.
Nice tune-up for the Jaguars, who got a win over Trinity last night. There's a turnover by Charleroi, their 6th of the quarter. Coons on the other end. He's able to convert.
Nice take. Colby Coons having himself a good game so far.
11 points for Coons here tonight. And a travel there by Beth Center.
Well, if Bill had any hair, he'd pull it all out.
What was it like knowing Billy G when he had hair?
It's the same as knowing him now.
I could picture Billy Greco with a big fro back in the day, like Jackie Moon.
He had long hair at one point in time. When he was in college, he had long hair.
Flowy locks.
I don't think he ever had curly hair.
Wagner jumper no good. Now Beth Center looking to push down court. Miller loses the ball. Usher with a chance at the buzzer. A floater no good.
That line got in his way on the way there.
And at halftime, we have a 10-point game, 44-34. Charleroi leads Beth Center after 16 minutes of play. And kind of a turnover fest there in that second quarter there, Naz.
It sure was. Both teams, right?
Both teams, 6 turnovers for Charleroi and 8 turnovers for Beth Center. Most of those turnovers for the Bulldogs came in the last 4 minutes of that second quarter. And if you're head coach Billy Greco, you got to be pleased with the first 4 minutes of that second quarter. But
yeah, you got back in the game and cut it as close to 6 points, I believe.
Yeah, they cut it to a 6-point deficit.
Not turning the ball over. And then gave it back.
Second half of that second quarter, Charleroi really went out on a 12-8 run. Narrowly outscored them, but that's significant when at that point they were only down by 6. And then that turns into what we see here now, a 10-point deficit.
And Bill Wiltz called a very good timeout right about then.
Yep.
When his team was turning the ball over, and they stopped turning it over quite as much as they were earlier in the quarter.
We will take a second here to thank some of our sponsors, then we'll go through some of our halftime statistics.
Let me interrupt real quick. We got a halftime score. Phil Pergola checking in. Thank you, Phil. Bethel Park 28, Ringgold 26 at the half.
The Rams looking to take some momentum going into the postseason. Nice win over Sarah Catholic last night in non-section play.
I'm thoroughly impressed. Thoroughly impressed. I don't know what to say. I mean, I really had low expectations.
What was your prediction preseason, Ness?
They wasn't going to win a game this year.
Listen, me and Jeremy we were wrong about Bell Vernon this year. We said that last night on the bracket breakdown show that we didn't think this was going to be a year where the Leopards were going to be able to contend for a Whippeal championship with, a lot of young pieces and things like that. But they proved us wrong, and it's nice when it's nice when these kids prove us wrong.
I agree. I love it. It's way better.
I would rather have a lofty expectation and be proven, I guess, right.
Right.
Yes. Than have
low
expectations
and proven wrong.
Right.
I don't
right.
know.
I don't know if I even explained that right. But we'll thank some of our sponsors here. Are you looking for a solid start to your daily routine? Look no further than the newly opened Camel Coffee Company in Washington Township, Bell Vernon. Camel Coffee Company is open daily from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring Intelligentsia coffee and other custom-made and community-brewed coffee. You can also add a pastry and sandwiches to your daily routine as well. Campbell Coffee Company offers free Wi-Fi and is locally owned and operated. Check them out along Route 201, directly across from the Washington Township Fire Department. If you have recently bought a home or refinanced your current home, have you considered changing your homeowner's insurance? The Michael Williamson Farmers Insurance Agency offers great rates and excellent customer service. Give them a call at 724-292-8066 or visit the office at 214 West Main Street in Monongahela. The Michael Williamson Farmers Insurance Agency is proud to sponsor MVI Live and Mon Valley Athletics. Foster House 2 is now open for dine-in and carry-out. Don't miss one of the famous King sandwiches from the Foster House, which now has pizza by the slice and pizza burgers available all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Watch all the Penguins games on the big screen TVs with a feature of 22-ounce Coors Light drafts for $2.50 during the games. The kitchen is open until 11:30 p.m. Don't miss out on some of the best food in the Valley at Foster House 2 in Washington Township, Bell Vernon. Do you need something done around your house, especially when it comes to your HVAC system? Look no further than the Working Man. Give Chuck Murlock a call for your HVAC and plumbing needs. But that's not all the Working Man does. Electrical, framing, drywall, excavation, water, and fire restoration. You name it, he can likely do it. An authorized Lennox Carrier dealer, the Working Man also offers apprenticeship programs and can provide excavating, help you with insurance claims, and now features whole house air cleaners to help kill viruses. Call the Working Man at 724-557-2028 for all your HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and building needs.
Hey, Jose, hold on one second. We have a legend in the house right now. And
I don't know about all that.
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking up there at that boys' 1,000-point scorers, and down there about number 5 or 6 on the list says Kevin Lee, 1984. Wait, that guy above you has more points, though.
Yeah, he's got some cobwebs on it.
What's up, Kev?
How you guys doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. So you miss coaching here at Charleroi?
A little bit. It's nice to be back in the gym.
Yeah, it's nice to see you.
It's been a heck of a year. I think you guys are doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
Thanks,
we appreciate
Kev.
it.
Thank you
It's
very
really
much.
good timing to do something like this so people can't come in the gym, and it gives them a chance to see. It's great for the kids, too.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for us.
Yeah.
It really is.
All we had was a radio station.
So tell me, how did that Constantino kid get more points than you?
Wasn't bad.
Did you pass him the ball?
I did pass him
No,
the ball.
no way in hell.
Contradictory to bad rumors, I never passed. I did pass. So that's proof.
There it is, right up on the wall.
Andre shot a hook shot, though. That went by the wayside.
Hey,
He
that
used to
was a
shoot the hook
great
shot.
combination.
Yeah,
A
thanks.
guard that could shoot the ball, pass the ball, and a big man that could finish at the hoop.
We had a good team. It was good times.
Yeah, it was. So what do you think about this Charleroi team?
Not bad. We got some good players. I've been watching them since they were young. A couple of them used to practice with us a little bit. So Will Wagner and Zach Usher and Caruso, they got some shooters. Zach does a nice job at the point guard.
They're here against Steel Valley on Monday.
I see that. Still Valley will be a scrappy team.
Yeah, they're
they
not
are,
doing. They played like, I don't know, 2 games
Only a few
right
games
now.
this season,
Yeah,
yep.
right now. So you really can't get a good judgment on them. 04, the two. Is that what
Yeah.
they played? 2 games?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to Coach Wilt. He says they're pretty athletic. So
Oh, yeah. They had a kid, Mekhi Valentine, playing in our summer league. He's about a 6-foot guard.
yeah,
I saw him stand under the hoop, go up and throw it down. Then I saw him move out to Steph Curry range and
right.
rain threes. So he's a pretty good player. But I think I might have saw them play one game this year.
South Allegheny.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they he didn't do a lot, and they didn't look all that
Yeah.
good.
That 3-point line can be a weapon now.
Yeah, right.
Would have been nice to play with that.
There might be a couple more points up on that board from you.
I'd say probably.
Yeah,
Just a
maybe.
few, but
Kevin, you've coached in some big playoff games. You missed the atmosphere of
did.
those big playoff games that you were able to coach in here at Charleroi?
if you're a basketball person, this is always your favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
You know, March Madness and all that goes with it.
I have fond memories of. I think one of the last games you coached was that playoff game at Armstrong, where it was
Oh,
it was a
yeah.
packed house.
That was a great
That was a
atmosphere for
great
girls.
experience for all the girls out there.
Yeah, it was kind of lopsided. They had 2,000 fans for them. We only had
Right.
about 50 of ours. The gym was packed, but our girls loved it.
Yeah.
So did I. So it was a nice experience.
What do you think about this girls team this year?
They're going to be good. There's a lot of positive signs there. They're young, but they're going to be very good. Those are girls who used to come and watch our team play.
Right.
They're gym rats, so they're only going to get better. The future's bright for them. So
Well, Kevin, thank you very much for stopping by and saying
thank you
hi.
guys. Keep up the good work.
Appreciate it.
We got to get some advertisements read. So
Still got that follow through now. When you want some of this, come get
We'll
it.
do that.
be
We'll
together
do
soon.
that.
We got 16 more minutes after that, guys.
All right,
one-on-one.
guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Are you looking for the best local news and sports coverage? Look no further than the Mon Valley Independent. The newspaper is currently offering a great deal of 60 days free for our electronic edition, which easily gets you through the winter sports season. Visit monvalleyindependent.com today or call 724-314-0030 to register for your free e-edition and follow your favorite local sports team and get the best local news and sports coverage. Not only does Team MVI bring you the absolute best sports coverage each day, but now we've gone down the rabbit hole of podcasting. Join myself, sports editor Jeremy Slew, and our cast of characters as we discuss the week's sports news, sometimes with a special guest. Join the crew this Sunday as we return to record the podcast at Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi, just in time for its release to the masses at 1 p.m. Going to want to tune into that one as we will give our predictions for the upcoming Whippeal Open Tournament.
I'll make one prediction right here tonight that is a really difficult one, but I'm going to make it anyways.
Okay.
Olsh is going to win the championship.
Wow, that's
Did I go out on a limb on that, guys?
freezing cold takes over here by Naz. As he breaking, it's breaking news that
Yes.
the top seed in 3A might win
No, 2A.
it all.
2A.
2A, sorry, might win it all.
With the whole team coming back. From
With the
last
whole
year,
team coming back from last year.
that won the championship.
Hold on. Go ahead. Your mic's live now, Chad.
No, I said that's a pretty good prediction now. You know, being that the
It
whole,
was rough.
Yeah.
It was
You know,
I had to think about it a
the
lot.
whole team and actually the 6 man's coming back from last year, and I'm pretty sure they won the championship last year. So
Let's see. And maybe the year before that as well.
Right.
Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, with that same team, 2
same
years
team.
in a row. Okay.
Spat of 4 is the truth.
But I'm going to go out on a limb tonight and say Olsh is going to do it again.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Bell Vernon is going to do it.
Oh, you're supposed to say that for Sunday.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
guys.
I'm sorry.
Let's not
I
get
was
too much
all right,
into
mute
this.
me. I'm busy here.
As we close here on halftime, ready to start the second half here at Charleroi. Again, we'll have some predictions. A little bit of a preview here. Chad's going in all in on Bell Vernon. Naz is going all in on Olsh. Bold predictions, boys.
All right.
Charleroi will open with possession here to begin the second half. A 10-point lead at 44-34. Wagner feeds inside to Thays. He's going to be fouled by Colby Coons.
That's his first. Anybody hitting us up on the chat?
Yeah, we got one from a little out-of-town score here. Frazier with a 64-60 win over Clairton. It's from our sports editor, Jeremy Slew. He also says go Doors. In case anybody was wondering at home, Jeremy Salou went to Fraser.
Oh, really? Is that why he likes them so much?
Yeah. Also, his favorite color is red, but that's,
That's secondary, I think. Hey, I got to yell over to Kevin Lee. Kevin, Bruno Papasargi said the only reason you were so good was because of your coaches.
Jumper there by Ross, no good. Rebounded by Shields. Charleroi goes the other way. Still nothing scored here early on. And nice shout out from my little brother, Nate.
Cool.
Says, can we all just agree that Jose is the best flow ever? Agreed. I'd agree with that. Thanks, Nate. Appreciate it, buddy. Happy early birthday to my bro. Turns 14 in 2 days on Friday.
Happy birthday.
This is your birthday present, Nate? Happy birthday.
There's a turnover.
Travel there on Charleroi.
These guys
First turnover of the third quarter.
Yeah, these guys got to cut that out. Charleroi has to take care of the basketball. They have to practice taking care of the basketball so they can win in the playoffs. Because if you turn it over in the playoffs, you're not going to go far.
Bell Vernon girls with a 58-31 win over Ligonier Valley as there's a bucket by Cam Palmer to open up the second half. Make it an 8-point game.
Coach Greco's out there coaching his team.
Colby Coons was the leader in the first half
Nice
for
take.
Best Center. Nice bucket there by Jake Caruso.
He's starting to get some points up on the board this game as that third.
Shot there by Coons, no good. Caruso up to 8 points tonight for Charleroi. Usher to the hole. Shot doesn't fall. Will Wagner, 15 points in that first half for Charleroi, while Usher had 13. Nice play by Shields to get a hand on it. Goes right to Ruben Miller, who pours it in for two.
Back to single digits here. 46-38, Charleroi.
Best Center needs some stops here to try to be able to trim this deficit. Really won't mean anything if you're getting buckets and then giving 2 points up at the other end. That doesn't fall by Caruso. Palmer with the rebound gets it in the hands of Colby Coons, and now Best Center a big possession here. Ross gets it across to Miller. It hit off his hands in a way, and then there's a foul called on Ross.
That had to hurt. That's Ross's fourth foul.
46-38 in favor of Charleroi.
He's coming off smiling, but, man, he took a lick in there.
Usher with it, looking to make something happen. Feeds it out to Wagner for two.
So far, our little wager on safe, huh?
Looks like it.
Anything
Wagner,
could change
17 points here tonight. 48-38 lead for Charleroi. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Again, a nice section game, but also a tune-up for the playoffs for both these teams. Palmer goes inside and converts.
He has the ability to do that. I saw him in the Monessen game. He had a lot of inside baskets for Beth Center, and he used his feet well.
When you're 6'5", that definitely helps. Gavin Fay is a three-ball no good, rebounded by Miller. Bulldogs looking to trim into this deficit more. So they trail 48-40 now as we hit the 4-minute mark in the third quarter. Miller tried to draw a foul there, didn't get it.
Another turnover.
Another turnover on the Bulldogs, second of the quarter.
You know, when they take care of the ball, they play ball, but
17 turnovers tonight
Yeah.
for Beth Center.
I attribute a little bit of it to Charleroi defense, of course.
Floater by Wagner is good.
But there's a lot of unforced turnovers as well.
19 points for Wagner. Makes it a 10-point game. 50-40. 3.5 to go. 3 ball from the corner by Revi, no good. Into the hands of Thays, and now Charleroi will push up. Wagner inside, jumper, no good. He gets out rebounded by Palmer. Gets it in the hands of Coons. Revi inside, try to get it to Devers. Goes off a hand and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Palmer gets the inbound pass, tries to get inside, gets his own rebound. Nice defense by Thays, but he's going to get the foul. Palmer gets the bucket and will head to the free throw line with a chance to complete the three-point play.
That's 3 on Thays. Team's first of the second half. Billwitz going to get a timeout here, settle his team down a little bit.
2:58 to go. Palmer now with 12 points here tonight. He has 6 in this third quarter for Beth Center, as he has really helped Beth Center at least keep within reach here and not let this get out of hand. But still some work to do on the Bulldogs' part. They need to stop the Charleroi offense, make sure that they can maybe get on a run here and trim this to maybe 1 or 2 points.
Well, let's see. We've had a theme tonight. What they have to do is stop turning the ball over.
Yes, that's I think key number 1.
Yes, sir.
Again, I am Mon Valley Independent Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron, joined by Naz Victoria. We got Chad Corrado on the camera work here tonight. Again, be sure to check out episode number 21 of the Valley Sports Guys podcast on Sunday, as we will be at Perked Up Cafe. Free throws no good by Palmer, but nice job by Devers to chase after the loose ball. Gets it off of Caruso and out of bounds, so it'll be Beth Center's ball. But be sure to tune in on Sunday and also come down to Perked Up Cafe, support a small local business. 3 ball by Coons is no good. Now Charleroi with speed. Zach Usher feeds it into the corner to Caruso. Gets it back to Usher. Usher faked the 3. Gets it out to Wagner. Nice defensive pressure here by Beth Center. Usher now inside. Gets it into the corner to Caruso. Caruso for 3. No good. Gets after his own rebound.
He knew exactly where that ball was going to go. That was a good job by him.
Wagner feeds it outside to Thays. Usher now inside. He feeds it out to Wagner. Wagner inside for 2 of his own, and he draws the foul.
For blue. Dominic Revi. His first, team third. Will Wagner's having a big quarter here.
Wagner with 6 points here in the quarter, now 7 as he completes a 3-point play. 22 points here tonight for Will Wagner. 53-42 Charleroi with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Coons fakes the 3, goes inside. That clings off the front of the iron. Usher kicks it out to Caruso, gets it into the hands of Wagner. Back to Usher for 3. No good. They've at least attempted around 10 threes.
Oh, they've attempted more than 10, I think. They've hit 4, right?
I believe so. 3 ball there by Miller. No good. Wagner with the defensive board. Again, Cougars lead 53-42.
Yeah, they have 4 threes so far in the game.
Goes off the hands of Wagner, out of bounds. Head back to the Bulldogs. The Cougars have limited the miscues and the turnovers. Only 2 here in the third quarter. Palmer inside. He will convert. And Palmer continues to be a factor here on the offensive end of the floor for the Bulldogs. 14 points here in this game. 8 of those points here in the third quarter. Inside to Wagner from Shields. He's able to convert with under a minute to go.
That was an excellent entry pass by Ben Shields. Excellent.
55-44.
Nice block.
It's going to stay with Beth Center, but a very nice block there. Wasn't a turnover, but wasn't letting them have anything easy. Another out-of-town score update. End of 3 quarters. Tom Jefferson up 30-28 over South Fayette.
So they expanded their lead in that third quarter, huh?
3 ball there by Tharp, no good. Charleroi going to slow it down a little bit. Usher kicks it out to Wagner. Wagner for 3, good.
That's Charleroi 5th 3 of the game. Wagner's 2nd, and he's having himself a quarter, huh?
Wagner with
12 points in the quarter.
12 of his game-high 27 points here in this third quarter. 58-44 lead for Charleroi. They have the ball with 18.4 seconds to go.
So I take it that Beth Center turned it over while we had our heads down. On the inbound pass.
Usher back to Wagner, kicks it out to Caruso. Corner 3, good.
You guys are starting to catch up. That's their 6th.
11 points for Caruso.
Another turnover.
And another turnover by Beth Center. Currently an 11-2 run for Charleroi. It'll last about 3 minutes. 3.6 seconds to go. They get it in the hands of Shields. Shields unable to convert. Thays can't get the putback. And after 3 quarters of play, Charleroi gets a bit of separation on the scoreboard. They lead 61-44. But the big story, the play of Will Wagner, 12 of his 27 points in that third quarter, as he has really helped lead the way for this Charleroi offense here tonight.
There were only 2 players that scored for each team in that quarter. Cam Palmer, he put in 8 for Beth Center, and Ruben Miller got a bucket. And you have what you just said about Will Wagner with his 12, and Jake Caruso has 5 in the quarter.
19 turnovers for Beth Center here tonight, 4 there in the third quarter. That was technically their best quarter in terms of limiting mistakes, but it says a lot about some of the struggles that Beth Center has had in terms of just taking care of the basketball.
Yes, yes. It's rough.
Again, both of these teams heading into the Class 3A Open Tournament. Remind you that Charleroi will be home Monday at 8 p.m. to face number 23 Steel Valley in a preliminary round game, while Beth Center will also be back here. Might be a little bit of a benefit for the Bulldogs playing at this same court.
I agree.
On Monday, as the Bulldogs received number 19. They will play number 14 Apollo Ridge prior to that Charleroi game, so nice doubleheader here on Monday.
Yeah, Paula Ridge is the third-place team out of South Allegheny section.
Miller shot doesn't fall. Devers gets the rebound and the putback. Only Devers' second bucket of the game, I believe.
You are correct.
I believe Beth Center probably going to put a little bit of emphasis as Shields makes it 63-46.
Nice pass.
I was going to say maybe Beth Center is going to put some emphasis on shutting down Wagner. There's a 3-ball by Coons, no good. Palmer the rebound, but
they're going
to call a foul on Shields as he was trying to get after the loose ball and took out Devers on the way. But I think that trying to limit Wagner here in this fourth quarter, I mean, that's the only way really that Beth Center can get back into this game.
Well, yes and no. I mean, sure, that's a walk, double dribble, walk again.
20th turnover of the game for Beth Center.
So what I was
Well,
saying,
you start with that.
Limiting,
You start with limiting
Will Wagner could open it up for somebody like Zach Usher or Jake Caruso, or
Right.
could be anybody. Thays
He's able to convert inside. (65-46) Charleroi. Colby Coons jumper. That one's good.
it's Colby Coons' first basket of the second half.
13-point night.
So I think Charleroi should take the ball inside on every play from the rest of the game.
We're going to call travel on Wagner. Charleroi has limited the turnover since that 6-turnover second quarter, only 3 so far here in the second half. So usually if you limit those and the other team makes a good amount of them, that's going to translate to a win. As here's a 3 ball by Ruben Miller and a quick timeout by Greco. (14 points for Ruben Miller, and a timeout here with 6:16 to go as Charleroi leads 65-51.
So my partner from last night, Dean Delamalva Jr., he chimed in. He said, not every game can have 10 threes made in a row. Well, Dean, let me tell you something. All Jose and Chad need is for Charleroi to hit 10 threes. That was our little wager. I took the under on that. And then Jeremy Salou, he sent us in a final. TJ 54, South Fayette 38. Ian Hansen led TJ with 15, I'm sorry. Thank you, Chad.
Another nice win for the Jaguars as they prepare for a crowded 5A tournament.
They've had an impressive season so far. I'll wait till Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself here, Naz. Was he going to change his 5A champion, Chad?
No, I wasn't changing that.
All you got to do is have a conversation with me and Chad. Get you thinking a different way.
No, I don't think you guys are going to change my mind on my champions. Nice pass.
Wagner passed to Shields. A nice block by Colby Coons there.
Did they call a foul for real?
They did call a foul. Looked like a clean block. Shields will head to the free throw line.
All right, Benny.
Shields makes 1 of 2.
Caruso got that offensive board, and he's giving him another chance.
Usher to Caruso. Caruso looking to get past Coons. Greco wanted a trap. They're going to get a foul on Devers.
That's his 4th.
I think that's about as good of a defensive effort as you can have on a player like Will Wagner. Not letting him have anything.
Yeah, talking to Billy, he really wishes that Devers would have come out earlier in his high school eligibility. He waited till his senior year. He thinks that he could have been something.
He's played a solid game. Not much scoring, but has been pretty evident on the defensive end of the floor. 3 ball by Caruso is good.
I think it's 7, yes.
3 ball by Miller.
I'm going to have to turn your mic on up there.
Miller with 17 points tonight for Beth Center. That one's missed by Wagner. Now Beth Center goes the other way. Caruso has 14 for Charleroi. Miller for another three goes in and out.
Cam
They're going to call Palmer for the foul as he was. Billy didn't like that call.
That's Cam Palmer, the big man's first foul of the game. With 4:49 left.
Can be a 1-and-1 opportunity as Shields will head back to the free throw line. Was hoping I'd see a chair throw from Billy here tonight.
No chairs to throw.
But yeah, there's no chairs to throw, so maybe like a clipboard or something. Someone get this man a clipboard. 69-54 Charleroi. Beth Center looking to trim it. Nice block there by Shields to keep Palmer away from the bucket. Ross inbounds it to Devers. He gets it into the hands of Miller. And another turnover there as Miller got trapped between a few Cougars, and now travel on Wagner.
15-point lead for the Cougars, 69-54.
Nice of Billy to wear his Fabio costume here tonight. Miller for three, no good. Rebounded by Caruso.
Yeah, he's going back to the line. Colby Coons over the back.
Caruso, 14 points here tonight. One of three in double figures for the Cougars. And we mentioned that earlier, that if this Charleroi team wants to make a little run here in the playoffs, they're going to need to have this scoring from Wagner, Usher, and Caruso.
So we have a message. An observer mentioned to you that Olsh, North Catholic, and Sarah pick their teams. The rest of us play hard with the hand we're dealt.
Caruso for three, good.
That's 8. They're not going to shoot any more
17
threes.
points for Jake Caruso, make it 72-54. As we hit the halfway point here in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer should definitely be part of the offensive game plan here for the Cougars in the final 4 minutes. Again, for our listeners, there isn't really a wager. We just said, would we over under 10 three-pointers for Charleroi, and me and Chad went with the over.
Yeah, I'll take
Naz
care.
went
I'll
with
take care of you guys.
the
I'll
under?
take you out to lunch or something if you win. If you win.
Usher into the hands of Shannon. Shannon inside to Caruso. Caruso's going to want to look outside. Gets into the hands of Usher.
There you go.
And Usher going to get called for the travel.
I'm going to go down to the bench and call timeout and tell Charleroi that they have to take it to the basket for the rest of the game.
This Charleroi, in all seriousness, this Charleroi team is a good three-point shooting team as Palmer goes inside for two.
I'll tell you what. You have to give a hand to Beth Center here a little
Side
bit.
Shields for two.
Playing without their 4-year starter. They've done all right. They've done a good job.
I think Cam Palmer and Ruben Miller have really played well. There's another turnover. Inside Usher.
That's what I
for
like
two.
to see, layups.
Layups are overrated.
Another turnover.
Another turnover for Beth Center. 76-56. Charleroi with 2:17 to go. I believe that was Usher's first bucket of this second half.
Yeah, it was.
Still has 15, though. He had 13 in the first.
No. Yes, 13. No. Nice defense. He had 11 in the first.
Are you sure?
Yes. He had 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth.
Okay.
Is that what you have?
No. Yeah, I do. He had 11 points at the end of the first quarter.
Yes. Yes, he did. Another turnover.
I was talking about halftime, Naz.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
We're on the same page now. 76-56 as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Charleroi closing in on their 4th straight win.
Okay, Charleroi, you have to take everything to the hole now. There you go. They call offense on that.
Charge called on Will Wagner.
Oh, he hurt
Wagner
himself
comes
too.
up limping a little bit. And Bill Wiltz is going to get Gavin Thays in, get Will Wagner out of there with 2 minutes to go. And Will Wagner going to depart
27
after
points.
scoring 27 points. He had 12 of those points in a big third quarter for the Cougars that allowed them to turn a 10-point lead into a 17-point lead after 3. Foul called here on Caruso.
That's only their 4th team foul. Ruben Miller has 4 threes in the game. All right, Kevin, see you.
3-pointer by Miller, 20 points here in the game. And Beth Center calls a timeout with 1:49 to go.
I think Bill has something up his sleeve.
Technically, and this is just obviously me being wacky and crazy, but if they put a Charleroi jersey on Ruben Miller after the game, that would count towards Charleroi's total.
I was just wondering about the timeout and what Bill's going to do to come back from 17 with 1:49.
Oh, he's a
left in the
strategic
game.
plan. It's just shoot threes,
Yes,
I would assume.
as soon as you touch the ball, no matter where it's at on the court.
Be sure to pick up a copy of the Mon Valley Independent for game recap of this matchup here tonight. My story will be accompanied by some wonderful photos from the lovely Jen Cottalupi. Three ball by Caruso is good.
Now tell me, why did he need to take that 3? Why did he have to take that 3? That's 9. So I'm still,
9 3-pointers.
I still got it so far.
And that's going to go off Devers into Charleroi's possession.
Okay, no 3s for the last minute 22. One more would be a push. One more will be a push. So, but I want to win.
Bryce hit a 3.
Number 4, Bryce Large in for Charleroi.
Bryce Large will come in for Zach Usher.
They could have called walking there. That's right.
So
That's
they're going
his
to call
5th.
a blocking foul on Devers. That'll be his 5th of the night. Jake Chambers will head to the charity stripe with Charleroi leading 79-59 with 1:15 to go.
I didn't have Jake Chambers in the book.
Chambers, a big member of Charleroi's boys soccer team this past fall. Breakthrough Player of the Year, yes. On this year's Fab 15 team.
Looks like they're putting their
There's a
benches
freshman,
in, and I might have this locked up, boys.
Hats off to you, Nas.
Thank you.
Tip of the cap.
Well, it's not over. Minute 15. One of these guys might put up a 3. You never know.
I would like to know the statistics on these kids' three-point abilities.
Call Wilts,
can,
tell him, make sure he puts 3-point shooters in.
32, Paul Marisian for Charleroi.
Chambers hit the first free throw. Misses out on the second. 80-59, Charleroi. Arguably probably one of, there's a foul on, will allow Coons to go to the free throw line, but I guess you could argue this is one of Charleroi best offensive nights of the season. 4 guys in double figures here tonight for the Cougars, led by 27 points from Will Wagner. Zach Usher had 15. Shields had 10. Caruso with 20. So
Put 80 points up on the board.
big night offensively for Charleroi again as they prep for this open tournament and a matchup in the preliminary round with Steel Valley. Coons hits the first.
Number 34, Colby Patterson in for the Bulldogs.
I believe Charlotte only has 80 points. Is that? I
Yes,
don't know if
80
that's-
points. That's what I have.
Just wanted to make sure here. It says 82 on the
yeah,
scoreboard.
I think he just put 2 up.
80-61.
They're changing it. That's 2 shots there. Blue 12.
80-60
1.
is the score. I'm sorry.
I have
14 points for-
80-61.
80-61. Okay. Coons made both, so he has 15 points here tonight.
Bryce Large just made his first.
(81-61) as Large is 1 of 2 from the line. Final minute of this one, and there's another foul.
They really don't need the foul right now. Sixteen fouls.
Coons hits the first.
Coons is 5 for 5 from the line right now.
Imagine what this game would have been like if Easton McDaniel was in the lineup, though. I mean, you already have 3 guys at least in double figures with Miller, Palmer, and Coons.
Right.
You have McDaniel in there as well. It might be a game down to the wire.
Well, I would say they'd have less turnovers because of Easton's
Having a
experience.
short-handed player in there, veteran player. It's going to stay with Charleroi. Nice job by Coons to force a Charleroi turnover on the inbound pass. Now the Bulldogs will have possession with 39.6 seconds to go, trailing 81-62. Again, in this Section 4 3A matchup. 3 ball there by Zach Susan's no good. Charleroi goes the other way. And there's another foul. 28.3 seconds on the clock.
22. Who's this?
Another
Okay.
player not on
No name.
the Charleroi roster.
Sorry about that, folks. Have no idea who this kid is.
Misses on the first.
And I have no more room in the scorebook, so I hope they don't have anybody else I don't know about.
Second is good.
Second shot put by Kyle Pickett.
Coons try to get it into the hands of Colby Patterson.
Hey, guys, I think I won.
Jumper no good.
Yes, sir.
Coons tried to get it back to Patterson.
I am the champion.
Naz predicted right.
Wow, it was close, though, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
we want to make sure we note this, that Naz was right.
And I won a king cap.
And he won a king cap, I guess, too. Patterson a jumper. That one's good. And that'll do it for this one here at Charleroi Area High School. An 82-64 victory for the Charleroi Cougars over the Beth Center Bulldogs. The Cougars extend their winning streak to 4 in a row since that non-section loss to Fraser last week, while Beth Center has now dropped 7 of their last 8 games heading into the postseason. Charleroi improves to 11-5 overall, 8-3 in Section 4-3A play, while Beth Center falls to 5-9 overall, 2-8 in section play. And Naz, I mean, what's your kind of thoughts on this one? Obviously, a balanced scoring attack for Charleroi, and free turnovers really ended up hurting Beth Center.
Exactly. Both teams, they have to limit turnovers. Other than that, I can't say much. I mean, Beth Center came in outmanned without their leading scorer, Easton McDaniel, and Charleroi did what they had to do. They just need to work on not turning that ball over. First quarter, they didn't have any. Other than that, I'm looking forward to seeing them on Monday play Steel Valley. That should be an exciting game. As well as seeing Beth Center up against Apollo Ridge.
Yep.
I'm happy to be doing the playoffs, so maybe we should tell the folks, if they're still listening, that we will be doing the playoffs this year with the HSSN Sports Network, and they'll be able to watch our local teams all the way through the playoffs.
Yeah, we will be partnering with Trib Live High School Sports Network to bring you some playoff coverage here with MVI Live. Very excited to take part in that and to be doing some live streams and broadcasts for the postseason. A little bit of post-game stats here. 4 in double figures for Charleroi as Will Wagner finishes with a game-high 27 points. 20 points for Jake Caruso, 15 for Zach Usher, 10 for Ben Shields. On the Beth Center side, 20 points for Ruben Miller, 16 apiece for Colby Coons and Cam Palmer as well. So, again, an 82-64 victory for Charleroi. These two teams will be back in action again on Monday in the postseason here at Charleroi. Beth Center, ranked number 19 in 3A, will face number 14 Apollo Ridge at 6 p.m. And number 10 Charleroi will play number 23 Steel Valley in the preliminary round, 8 p.m. on Monday. For Naz Victoria, for Chad Corrado, I am Mon Valley Independent Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night of basketball. We look forward to providing coverage going forward here in the WPIL Open Tournament. Have a good night, everybody.